Welcome, everybody, to the Week 9 recap live at Louise's. We have a fantastic panel here tonight. Directly to my left, none other than Liz Schaefer.
Hi, guys.
Directly to her left, none other than Cal McClure.
Happy birthday to the GOAT, Barry Sanders. Right. The GOAT.
The GOAT.
All players?
That's not a quarterback.
Don't say that to Sean.
The last panel member for this evening, Aaron Chinhall.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Glad to be here.
And as usual, last and definitely least, everybody's favorite Cubby. That's all you get, Cubby.
Football's not coming home.
No,
it's not.
Nothing new there. But Southgate's out, so.
Southgate's out, that's correct. We want Klopp. We want Klopp.
That'd be nice.
Love the new nickname for Cougar, by the way. Love it.
Cubby?
Well,
because I haven't seen Sausage Party because I don't have a Netflix account. No.
He refuses to share passwords.
It's illegal.
It's illegal. Cougar, would you steal a purse?
No.
You look like the kind of guy that would steal a purse.
What? No, I would not steal it. Why would I steal a purse?
Because you would steal a password to watch on Netflix.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, we got the timer going. Let's before we get right into it, don't forget we have more than ample time to still make donations to this year's chosen charity, the Douglas County Special Olympics. Once again, since we're going to start on YSC1, a big shout out to Brant from Empire as well for making a very sizable donation after their game on Sunday. So getting right into it, YSC1 at 5 p.m. Empire 15, Rockets 16. Empire, good base coverage by Kate in the first. Arvell gives great hugs. Tomas to Arvell to get Austin out. Relay to get Austin out. Great throw, Arvell to Tomas. Sarah, great kick in the fourth. Line drive dropped right behind third base. Arvell wound up being scratched. For the Rockets, Lexi, great foul catch in second. Phil, deep center kick in second in the park home run. 2-out early in the second, and a great kick by Lexi in the sixth.
I heard nothing but great things about this game. I unfortunately didn't get to see it because I played at the same time, but I think both teams had a lot of fun. I know it obviously came down to the wire, and it didn't come out as Empire quite hoped, but I know that the Rockets were super excited, if that means anything.
Indeed.
I know Phil's knee hurt, if that helps.
Yeah.
But I don't know. These are just two really fun teams. It's always fun to see them play no matter what, and when they get to play each other, I think it was probably just pretty fun game for everybody. Rosa said it was fun and hot. Yeah, those 5 p.m. games, brutal on Sunday, especially I'm sure with all the Malort flowing on the Rockets side.
So the actually an action-packed end of the game. We finished our game pretty quickly, and so I got to watch the last 3 innings of this, and the Rockets seemed like they had this game in control, and then in the 8th, was it the 8th or the 9th? The 9th inning, Empire put up 6 on the board to take a 1-1 lead, and then when the Rockets were kicking, their leadoff lady had a great kick to third that was misfielded, got on for the run. And then immediately on the next play, there was a line drive kick out to center field, and they sent their lady to certain demise with the ball waiting at second. So, especially trailing 1, kind of seemed like a real dicey decision to send the lady in that position. But then the very next,
is this one of those matchups
first,
though, where like whoever is the home team probably gets the dub?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like I said, Rockets did have it wholly in control, then did their best, in my opinion, to give it away in the bottom of the 9th. But then a inside the park home run followed up that double play to tie it. And, 1, 2, 3 inning, Empire did get a base runner on in the 10th, but then I believe it was Phil came up and had a walk-off kick, not bunt, that scored Evan in the bottom of the 10th to walk it off with
Great
the one
job,
run.
Phil Daddy. Just illustrating that kicking is also important in
Yes.
kickball.
Do you have any...
I got summaries on both sides. This is speaking of Brand about the charity, donation to Special Olympics for Douglas County. Here's what Brand said: "Quote: Most exciting game I've ever played in. A walk-off in the bottom of the 10th after an 8-run rally by Empire. MVP of the game, Sod Squad, and Red Line refs. The heat was a real bitch. Such a bitch, it literally cooked all of the game film. Jesus. Rockets don't bunt, but they place kick good." So that was from Brant. So I got one there from your favorite wrong spelling, Sean. Sorry, Donnelly. It's Mr. Wilson. Yeah, so, Jesus, this is a long one. "It was hard to get stepdad out there. Those 5 p.m. games were brutal. What was possibly one of the most poetic reprisals I've witnessed recently. Phil kicked in an inside-the-park home run on his first trip to the plate. Tim also kicked it inside the Parker, an incredible 2-out rally in the 6th. Also included a Austin 3-run double by Lexi. Austin nearly had another inside-the-park home run the next inning and was saved by an amazing throw by Arvell from left field that hit him in the shin 2 steps away from the plate. But the last and perhaps best inside-the-park home run by Mitch, game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th, that sent us the extra inning. Everyone was gassed and melting by that point, but we kept it going long enough to shut them down and score one more. Big shout-outs to the refs staying upright with us through 10 innings. Big thanks to Empire for being a class act, awesome team, and killer field DJs. All the Rockets hope Arvell is feeling better. He played a spectacular game," and that was from Sean Wilson.
Respectfully, I wasn't listening to any of that because I just wish Brant was here to just say that with his own mouth. All right. Okay.
I will say, hey, I do have something to say about that. Is I just found out that they had 2 big pickups this year, Keyshawn Brown and Cole Bohannon. I know them from softball. Very, very athletic players. Empire was already coming up last year. I'm telling you, these 2 pickups, watch out for them. They're very athletic, and once they understand how to play kickball, they're going to be really solid. I'm telling you right now.
YLC 1 at 7 p.m. Sod Squad 7, Red Lion 18. Notes on the game: Red Lion infield home run in the bottom of the 5th.
I just know, as someone who was working at the Red Lion on Sunday afternoon for a soccer game, I know like Hensley, Jared, Nev weren't going to be at this game, and they were pretty worried. But don't worry, Hensley was still at the Red Lion when we got there after game of the week. He's just at church all day. But I'm happy for Red Lion because when I saw them at game of the week, I was like, y'all have not gotten enough love this season because they looked real good, like competitively good.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks they've looked excellent.
I only got to see a bit of the first part of the game. Everyone looked so hot because it was so goddamn hot on Sunday. But I did get to see an amazing catch in center field by Chris Ermey. I think that closed out the inning and probably prevented a few runs. So shout out to Sod Squad and Chris Ermey for that amazing outfield catch.
So I got a summary real quick from Ben Hutnick from Red Lion. Quote: "Both squads played great despite a few absences. Most of those runs were earned on solid kicks, not many errors. Sod missing at least one of the big legs, which I suspect resulted in more runners." Oh, geez, high. More LOB than usual. LOB. Sod were great sports, great competitors, and everyone had fun playing on the fucking sun. Teams decided afterwards that line won because 2 bends is greater than 1 bend. Yeah, so there you go.
YLC 2 at 5 p.m. The Ghosts 8. Free State 18. Free State, Torrey diving catch in the 2nd. Travis, great diving catch in the 5th. It said good, but I just wanted him to feel better about himself because that seems great anyways.
That's good team. That's good sportsmanship right there.
Bottom around in the 8th. I know Katie can give us some more info on this game. She was present and in the moment.
As present in the moment as you can be when you're sick and have to play 9 games pitching in the heat at 5 o'clock. That was not fun.
Still got it!
I wouldn't say I still have it because we lost the game. No, we definitely were missing Jasmine, who's been our pitcher for literally every game. I have said it before to ladies or even guys that pitch an entire game. I don't know how you all do it. I used to do it years ago. Can't do it anymore. We just had a lot of errors that we really shouldn't have had. And Corksuckers is a pretty veteran team, and they had some great kicks, and we just couldn't get it together, unfortunately. Free State.
Good things to say too.
I mean, it was going to be a tough battle no matter what, and we're struggling a little bit right now at the end of the season, and hopefully we can get it back together in the next 2 weeks or so.
That makes more sense.
This is one of those games where like any given Sunday you could flip the score, and I wouldn't be surprised if like Ghosts 18, Free State 8. But like this doesn't surprise me at all either.
Yeah, I mean, I think the score's flipped. You play this game week 3 with the way both teams started, but I think at one point the Ghosts were only trailing by 4 in like the 5th or 6th inning, and then just gave up. They scored 8, and it was just really no turning back from that. The tone had been set, and then they came out, and I was looking at the in the 9th, not quite a 1-2-3 inning, but you guys came out, got 2 up in the top and the bottom, so didn't go away without swinging. So good to see, and I think this game's going to be a good decider going into week 10 to see both of these franchises, how they're going to push into the playoffs and what path they're going to be taking. Is it going to be more of a Twain, a Diana plate? I think that's that fork in the road where both these teams are at. So it was awesome to get to see a little bit of that game as well after we finished up. One of those old school KVKL matchups that you just always long for every Sunday. YLC2 at 7 p.m. Rick Rose 11, Young Spine 10. Young Spine, Jeff throws the first even when he catches it and no one is on base. Very confusing. Rick Rose, that's the only note. Wow. Rick Rose, tricky call in the 5th. Third base left side, double kick in fair territory. Melissa Archero bunt in the 6th to tie the game. So Jeff, without further ado, the one-time hottest free agent in KVKL history, you want to tell us about this game?
Yeah, this game was amazing. Shout out to Young Spine. They played amazing. They put a lot of effort out there. My team just made a few extra plays, and we came out with that win. Shout out to my team. They bunted their asses off, ran their asses off, and got home when they needed to. So, hey, shout out. Rick Rose, let's go.
Yeah, I know that speed made all the difference in those late innings. Another one of those games that I wouldn't say was at a crawl, but, it was a well-paced game that I'm sure, just like everyone else, felt like it took 5 days because of the heat. But seeing in that 7th, 8th, 9th inning the combined speeds of both teams and the plays that were being made, just
That's what I was
a true top 10 showdown.
I watched the first couple innings today on Facebook. Shout out Marcus. And like all I could see was just like bodies moving and dust coming up and just like speed, both teams speed. So cool.
Well, I got a summary from Tyler from Young Spine. Quote, it was a close game back and forth for the entirety of it. Lots of close calls and close plays. Just an exciting game all around. Would love to play this game one back again in tourney. Again, that was from Tyler from Young Spine.
Tyler, would love to have you come out to a podcast and say that with your own mouth.
He's been on several times.
Prove it.
Double down. YLC3 at 5 p.m. Midnight Togo 7, Cyport CDK 11. Tokers, amazing catch by Katie in the top of the 6th. Beautiful kick by Wesker in the top of the 9th. Cyport, ladies are amazing. Great catch bottom of the 7th by first base. Tokers, amazing catch to end the game by Dustin.
This is one I didn't see because I was also playing at the same time in the goddamn heat outside. So,
But Scram, BTK did not let you
I know.
down.
Scram, BTK did not actually disappoint. So good for you. Sorry, Tokers. It sounds like that was a really good game, though. So
It's a good test for Tokers.
Yeah, it was a really, really good game. All credit to the Tokers. Those guys have a really great interior infield, and the top of their lineup is so fast. Really, once they got into a groove, they're real hard to stop. So
My team, we played Midnight Lawrence Shirt Factory, who played them this year, and they were solid, looked good. The thing was, I don't think they bunted on us one time, and like they would get runners on first and second, and then kick it to our shortstop. It's like if you just go up the first base line, like it would have been a great game if they would have just had that next step to understand in the right situations when to do it, because they're a great kicking team, and some people don't like bunting, whatever. Facebook page this week, whatever. But if they would have just bunted a couple times, it would have moved the runners, and they would have been in scoring position it would have been a different game. And so that's what I have to say about that.
indeed, I mean those guys, great bunters. Team Goodwill Bunting, by the way.
What?
I mean, nothing wrong with it.
I have to give a lot of credit. Within the first 3 innings, or within the first 4 innings, 3 inning double plays by our infield. I know that we've kind of set the tone more offensively all year, but we changed up. We had almost our starting lineup for the first time all year.
You play second base?
Yes.
Wild. That was
Indeed.
one thing I saw on video. It's like, that's Sean at 2. Never. I just haven't
Yeah.
seen that before.
It is the first time in 11 years that I've played second.
I love that your girls are so athletic that it works.
Yeah, and that's why we had heard questions about that last week, because we moved towards that lineup last week as well, to get ready for the playoffs and week 10 and beyond. But our ladies are so good that we know that we could start a lady in left, a lady in right, and at rover and pitch, and we still feel like we would have room for as many more as we could fit on the field, because they are fucking phenomenal.
Global Cafe for having 2 lady outfielders as like the norm.
Yeah. I mean, we're real lucky, and it's a great place to be in, where we can put Haley in right, we have Katie Marcus in left, we have Corinne playing at rover, so we've just got hands and speed all over. You might as well have 5 people in the outfield.
I love watching the new configurations of outfields as you kind of see players develop and teams kind of figure each other out. Because at the end of the day, I don't really truly think it depends on how you identify, let's say. It's more or less finding a perfect spot on the team.
Yeah, and being put in a place to not only contribute, but also succeed. Not even just focusing it solely on bunting or not, but on the defensive side, like I said, it is absolutely relieving at all times, knowing that once the ball's in the air, 9 times out of 10, you don't even need to turn around and look, because it's a sure thing.
So I got somebody from Jackson Wagner from the Midnight Tokers. Quote, "Our player goes to sideboard. They played terrific, and they had all season. They always had awesome in capital letters catches in the outfield, and their whole defense made great plays all game long. The catcher made several great plays throwing runners out of home plate. As for us, the Tokers, obviously our ladies played great. Kinsler had a great catch and turned double play, and Jing had awesome one-hand grab as well. We had bases loaded a couple times, but couldn't get scored in. It was pretty deflating. But again, that was all due to Cyport's defense. We played better than ours and deserved to win." He also said that, quote, "I played like crap and had a lot of unforced errors. I let my team down." That's from Jackson, which is not true. I know Jackson's coming from a week off because he had a rolled ankle, so he's come back with an injury.
Yeah, man, give us a break. This is a kid's sport. We're all having fun. So
Jackson, he's humble about it, and he likes to deflect credit, but he also likes to take the blame on himself.
just to wrap this up, I did ref one Midnight Tokers game, and I don't know their names, but their shortstop and their rover, both ladies. Okay, I think they're both native ladies, very solid, young, but they were both good. Like, they were making every kick to them, hard kicks to them. They were impressive. I think they're going to be great over the years.
They're going to be safe because, unfortunately, the skinnies here making quick catches at shortstop and rover from last week. So.
Indeed, and a true gem to be added to the league. Great people. So, fucking amazing first 9 weeks for the Tokers. We'll see 3 at 7 p.m. Bob Beavers 4. 20. Ooh, 420. Just saw that. Doubling it up on all-ball runners in the 3rd. James grand slam in the 6th. 4th inning, bases loaded, and pop-up drops onto the runner standing on second base.
Oh, no.
Runner on second out, bounce to second baseman who tagged runner from first. Oh, that's like the whole situation right there.
Question, but does this one count for all-ball this time?
It does.
Rules. Just a note here from Andrew Chavez, the captain from Ball Beavers. Quote, "Harder a great ball play in the first and got all 3 outs that inning. We had some decent kids by the office on the first and 6 innings lost the game. Overall team played great considering we had no sense of battle in the extreme heat. All ball was fun team to play." Unquote. And that was with Andrew Chavez, captain of the Ball Beavers.
I just want to shout out to the refs of this particular game and the teams that came and then I was luckily I notified on the game next door. Sorry. And we had a word, essentially a word on the ball. So bases loaded and a pop-up. And it hit the runner, the person standing on second base, and they did not know how to proceed. So we stopped the game after everything was done. They came and found a board member, and they talked about it, and we gave them the correct information. For the record, you no longer have situated about your first off the base. That is correct. So the board member, if you have any questions, report to board members. Yeah, definitely. I always reach out, because there's definitely people that can have an answer for you.
I had viewer training before this.
YSC 4 at 5 p.m. Youngling 13, Corksuckers 19. Notes: Chris 2-run home run in the bottom of the 2nd. Ben with a double RKI in the bottom of the 5th. Screamers bin tag out play at home 2nd. Bin double tag out top of the 6th.
I gotta say this, guys, but I did not expect this to be a high-scoring game between Corksucker and Yingling. I don't know, 13, like 32 combined runs. I did not expect that.
Yeah. Once again, I read this game. Honestly, it was kind of a shootout. Like every inning, it was 3-4 runs. It felt like there was only a little bit of defensive errors on both teams. They both looked really hungry to win. I know Screamers was missing their captain, so I think Nick, their catcher, took over, and I think he ran a pretty tight game for kind of having that thrusted upon him. But yeah, other than it being blazing hot out there, behind the scenes, don't look back here. It was super hot. I will say this as a blanket statement, and if you take offense to this, it's probably I'm talking to you. But if you're a pitcher and it's 140 degrees outside, there's nothing wrong with giving it a nice smooth pitch. You don't have to throw your hips or twist the ball, make it your own little thing. Just a nice smooth ball, because the only people who don't get a swap out usually are the refs. They're stuck in the sun all day long. So
Indeed.
Just a blanket statement for going further down this next 4 weeks.
I will say I did ref the Corksuckers earlier in this year against the Soda Jerks, and I was not that impressed with the Corksuckers. I know last year they were 16, 17 seed, and I will say over the season their scores have impressed me big time. And I just must have caught them on an off day. That's the only time I've ever seen them play. And I'm telling you, their scores have impressed me, so I must have caught them on a bad day. because that team's scores have been looking good over the last few weeks.
And they've had a pretty decent season, the Corksuckers have. It's been better, like I said. I ref their game against Rick Rollers where, the Rick Rollers caught them, got a good start, and then they caught up a little bit, and they kind of ran away with it. So, good on, Corksuckers find a way to score runs, because maybe that's one worry about Corksuckers. Can they really score? And they got 19 runs, so good for them. Good on them. So.
All right, moving on. YSC 4 at 7 p.m. The Woost 10, Soda Jerks 14. Notes, Soda Jerks, Jeremy Bloom 2-run triple in the bottom of the third. Sarah Beautiful kicked to third. Finney a great catch in the top of the sixth. Derek double in the bottom of the sixth. Extra notes, Woost deserves props. Both teams struggle with ball bobbles in the heat and sweat. Sarah Rock, great plays covering short. Stacy A, triple in the seventh, stranded. Jackie Becker, multiple blooper shots over the infield to get on base. Best music at YSC. Danny, broken finger and wrist in the eighth.
Yes.
Overall, great place kicking by the Woost. Yeah, that was from running into the fence after he scored.
Damn, Danny,
Actually,
you okay?
He broke his hand, so I don't know if he's going to be playing. He was their first baseman. I know they had another first baseman. I don't know his name. I apologize. They swapped out, but so it started with Jolly. He was very aggressive, and we caught him in a pickle between home and three. And we got the tag. We got the throw on him.
Throw at third,
but it bounced off of him, and I recovered it, threw it home to my catcher Jeremy, and he kind of went to go like the slide, tag him with the ball, and the Daniel dove, slid, tumbled over home, but he hit it so hard he actually tumbled into the fence, and he got his hand tucked in the fence.
Wishing you a speedy recovery then, bud. That
Yes.
sounds horrible.
Big shout out to the Woost. I love all those cats. Jackie Becker definitely. She hit me up early. She's like, I'm just playing nothing but metal for you guys.
Yeah.
So she tailored her music to us. Everybody on the Woost is great. Dan was kicking lights out. I think he had 2 base clearing triples. He got a triple out of it, but 3 RKIs and stuff. So he was unstoppable. Stacy, it should have been a routine single shot. And then we fumbled it, and she got a triple out of it. But luckily, we 3'd them up, 3'd them down, so they didn't score on that one. But big shout out to my team. Everybody showed up. Everybody played real good, real tough. I can't say I'm just ecstatic about my team. Last year, I think we finished 6-4. Right now, we're 7-2. Worst case scenario going into the tournament, we're 7-3. Best case, we're 8-2. It's a high for me as a captain. It's a high for my team.
Props,
and
man.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you guys
big
are
shout out to
killing
all of
it.
them.
Indeed. I got to ref this game, and I don't want to forget. So Derek had an absolute laser that was a double or a triple late in the game, or a double, then got advanced to third. And while attempting to get the pump fake to get him to go home, he turned around, and the pitcher was able to get it back over. Who was playing? Over to Maga, and he turned around and laced him right in the ribs before he got back to third.
So I kind of blame the heat for this one. I think I snuck a base in there somewhere, and then I was lazy. I literally took the classic 2-3 steps. First base had the ball, and I immediately blind turned towards the base, and I literally just as slow as possible walked back, and in the fraction of a second they had double pass it to pitcher to Dan, who tagged me with my foot hovering over the base for an out. And I can tell you this, I haven't been that mad in a long time. I was pissed.
I feel like this is one of the games, at least for me, where you really want to watch both teams. This was an evenly matched game. The little bit I got to solve it, I saw Woos throwing up runs, and then an inning later they're getting owned. So this was evenly matched, very fun to watch. Go ahead, Cougar.
I got a summary from Dan Malga of Woost. That's what he said. Quote, Woost struggled to get offense started until the second half of the game. Meanwhile, Jerks' offense kept rolling pretty much all game with great placement kicks. We only held Jerks to 3 scoreless innings. Jerks held us to 1 run until the 5th inning, until we finally got some decent offense going to get back in the game. By 8th inning, we almost caught up to the Jerks, only down 2 runs, 12-10. Jerks ended up scoring a couple more bottom of the 8th and holding on to a victory with some solid defense to close the game out. Again, that was from Dan Malka, the captain of Woost.
Yeah. No, Dan the Man Magua was the only reason they kept in it. Like I said, I think he had 2 base clearing triples that were, bases loaded, and you can't ask for a better outcome. He definitely rallied his team really well. Love you, Dan.
Yeah, and all credit as well to the Woost for not quietly going into that night with the Jerks coming out and just throwing punches and bunches. It seemed like every time they scored, it was in pairs of 2 or 3. And, with a lot of teams in the league, that can be a real problem, especially once you get a dent in your arm or on defense. Being able to get out of that funk can be real hard to turn it around. And the Woost never felt like it, 14-10, it felt like it was maybe 7-7 the whole game with the way that both teams played. So hats off to them.
I think since I've started in the league, it's good to see the Jerks climbing like they are. Like, you can tell they are just getting better. And, you can just tell by seeing it that this team is more experienced. They've been there more times. Yeah. And I think over time, experience matters. And being in close games matters. And I can just tell with this team, they are right on that step of being right there on the plate. And I'm telling you, I think this year you might want to watch out for them in the tournament because they're a solid squad.
They're a very solid squad. Once again, major shout-out to Jeremy Bloom, just consistently putting together amazing games every week. Almost every kick he had scored someone or was a multi-base hit. Played phenomenal out of the catcher position as well. So shout out to Jeremy Bloom.
Jeremy and I went to middle school together. Shout out Southwest Bulldogs.
Bulldogs!
Yeah. YSC 5 at 5 p.m. Sacred Sword 16. The LFK Rays 4. Notes: LFK Rays scorekeeper quit last inning. Uh-oh.
What?
Excuse me?
It's hot, but it
this
ain't
is
that
news
hot.
to me, but uh-oh. Okay, Sacred Sword. That was the only note for LFK. We'll talk about that later. Sacred Sword, Josh got a triple RBI first inning. Emberly, good catch and throw. Double play pitcher to first base. Great left fielding from Pato. First game. Good hands and quick. Oh, man, I want to hear about this scorekeeper
Jesse,
tale.
Jesse's right in front of me. Come on, hop. The mic's on.
You gotta hop right up here and tell us about this game.
Come on up, Jesse.
Just come here to chew bubblegum.
Oh, God, no. I'm
Okay,
playing.
that's what I thought. I was like, bold move coming out here.
No, for that one, I feel why.
There's no name on it.
I fully understand it. Things got a little dicey and argumentative in a lot of ways, but when he did leave, we all did feel bad because we were like, we're not trying to shit on him or talk bad on him. And
Shout out Fry.
last inning, we had 2 outs, what should have been 2 outs. There was an argument about that, and then I guess that was where he just had fed up. There was a few arguments throughout before though.
So
It was a build-up.
he was advocating for himself.
No, yeah.
That's a reframe from a therapist.
Yeah.
He was advocating for
No, yeah,
himself.
and it's like I said, I don't hold it against him. Like everybody knows, it is hard to ref. I am.
I wasn't there, and I will say I can't feel bad. I won't shit on anybody who leaves if they feel that they do not need to be there anymore in a volunteer position.
it's
Sometimes
like
I want to
said,
do that as a board member, and I
Yeah.
can't.
My thing's like I said, I don't hold it against him. If we could go back, yes, maybe we don't let our tempers flare like they did, and he was in the middle of a lot of the arguments, but
Could it have been
it was not
the
at
heat?
him. It could have been, but I mean, overall, things did get dicey, and I never want, and nor does anyone on our team want to make anybody feel that bad to where they just give up when you're that close to being done. So,
Yeah.
I wish it could have went differently.
Understandable.
I also wish the game would have went differently, but I'm not going to blame any one person for that. I do wish though that he would not have or gotten to that point and spoke to someone before it got to where he was that fed up.
Yeah, use your words. We'll listen. Yeah.
Once again, find a board member.
Well, yeah, we're here for you.
There's lots around.
Find someone who knows more. If you don't know, someone around you knows.
Because definitely the board will advocate for you, so you don't have to advocate or vacate for yourself. I mean, I think kind of an expected outcome in this game. You could tell me, was there a lot of bunting?
There were bunts, both sides. Everybody was fine with it. Let
you
people
feel
bunt
okay?
as much
Did
as
you
they
feel
want
okay?
to. I don't care. Bunt all day, every day. You just got to try to compete against it.
Hey, this isn't Sean. You can write this down. This isn't the Miller Lite talking, but I am here to announce that I will donate $10 for every Sacred Sword player that knows who our charity is this year. Like, they can't listen to this and do any research, but let's just imagine if we just lined them all up, if they were all here right now, and I said, well, who are we raising money for this year? And they I will. If any of them know, however many of them know, you get $10 a pop, because I have this theory that I'm not sure they even know we raise money for our community. So, but yay for young people being in the league that are athletic and learning how to play kickball. But I want them to have the other half of the fun and joy that we get from this.
Hey, Cal,
So-
I don't even know if these Sacred Sword kids are legal to rent a car.
No, they're not.
They're not
That's
legal
okay.
to rent a car,
That's
sure.
not an excuse.
Yeah.
I was philanthropist.
I would match that for sure. I would match that.
I feel like this is a really good opportunity to remind ourselves and each other that this is a charity league. And as much as we love competition, the end of the day, we're donating money to a special and now super secret cause, which ask all of your team captains what it is, because it's super duper cool.
But even with that, even if you're going to try to, I wouldn't take it at the kids that are playing. All of them, they were, at the end of the day, it's they were all chill. No, nobody laid down. There was a call to where there was something to where I did. He actually did have to go and ask a board member, and I think, and I will bring this one up. It was Sacred Swords. They had their center fielder. Every time there was a girl up, he lined up in the dirt, and in my head, it was from a call where Josh, is that their captain? He runs in and he was calling a double kick, and I said, if it's a double kick, we need to do something about this dude, because it should be encroachment, him coming from center, playing in the dirt. But I can eat it, I can take that. I'm not gonna. The kids weren't the problem. The kids did well the entire game. They weren't chirping at anybody. They were being really chill. They were being fine. I will not blame any of the kids that play on Sacred Sword. Whether they know what the money is going to or not, the kids were all pretty chill throughout the entire game.
Kids are all right.
I'm not FTK. I'm an anti-FTK. Fuck them kids. I love the kids, and I feel like when we played them, all of them were just hey, I don't know, we just show up and play, and I'm that's cool. There are other leagues that you can do that for, but this one is we're better than that. We show up and do other things too, and I want them to know that if they care about that kind of thing, I assume they're people that would want to be helpful if they even knew that they had an opportunity to help our community, and maybe they just don't know. So that was all my point on that. So,
Brooks, did you have something to add on to that game?
I have to come up here and own up to a fuck up I made on the ref in the game too. Right after this whole kerfuffle with the infielders, outfielders kind of debate.
Okay, so I'm curious about this.
No.
What was the...
So this was right after that alleged double kick by Emberly. That's her name, right?
Okay.
And there was that significant stoppage in time, and I was talking to the score sheet guy, and he was confident in that double kick too. So when we resumed play, sorry about that. The play was dead, called, done, but I still called that double kick in that moment and brought Emberly back to first base. So that was a fuck up on my part, and that definitely changed the tone of the game too after that happened.
So I'm also curious, what was the... Am I misunderstanding or missing something? with the outfielder and infielder positioning?
Well, there was a debate generally about if there is a distinction between if there is an outfield or infield. But the rule in baseball, to my understanding,
like how did it affect the game?
Yeah. So how I was perceiving it is like, and what my argument was, you can't have 7 people in the infield, like 7 or 8 people.
Why not? I'm curious from your standpoint.
Like, for me, in my eyes, that's like encroachment, because when you're doing that, you're cutting off so many more spots for them. So, like, what's the point of having an infield and outfield? And when we revert to, if it's not a rule in KVKL, it says it reverts to baseball rules. And in baseball, you can't have 7 infielders. You can't have 8 infielders.
But that's due to the adjudicated shift rule, which we do not observe because we also play with more players than are allowed for the shift.
And at this point, I think that this is maybe something that we could probably delve into on some sort of Facebook post or comment card. And not that it's unimportant, but we are getting to other games.
But also shout out Jesse for actually being here in person and using the microphone with his own voice, his own mouth. Shout out Jesse's mouth.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Late fees 28. The Ringers 19. Notes: Ringers, Brianna, great kick. RKI with Marcia, amazing kick. Barrett in the first. Dinker behind second. Sliding home. Cat, great leadoff bunt in the second. Barrett, badass kick on first baseline. Andrew, great kick for RKI in the second. Colette, great RKI. Marcia, great dive in the third. Late fees. Kale, badass kick in hole to lead off. Alicia, badass bunt in the first. Styles, great line drive in the hole in the second. Sadea, 2 RKIs in the second. Alicia, triple in the third. Bad bitch.
Yeah.
Brooks, take us away on this game.
Man, this was a great game. Back and forth. Got that early lead. You know, the team has really been coming out strong these last couple weeks against Empire, against Cyport, against Late Fees, against Rockets. And we fought all game. But Late Fees are an experienced team. They know what they're doing out there. It was great to be able to challenge them with kicks all game, though. Know that at any given moment we could put 5 on them, run through half our lineup, or do whatever we wanted kicking out there. So we're a team that's kicking with confidence. We're getting our feet still under us defensively. We know runs are going to get scored on us, but we're out there having fun, man. It's been a great season, and Late Fees were such great competition, too. They made the game fun the whole time. So, great game.
Big Ringers gal right here. Love the Ringers. I love their attitudes. I love that they literally got, like, boinked every game their first year, and now they're back, and they're like, you figured it out. You cracked the code. I love it. I love everything about the Ringers. I appreciate Brooks as a captain and a human. So,
yeah, I've been having this conversation with a few folks that are kind of near, play on teams that are kind of closer to the top of the league, and they keep saying things like to me like, oh yeah, defense is easy, kicking is the really hard part. And I feel like where our team is at, we feel like that's totally reversed. Like, we've got kicking down. We feel like we can put the ball where we want it to go. But sometimes fielding still feels hard. We're still building confidence in what we're doing, building our baseball minds generally. And it's a lot of fun, man. Everyone's out there willing to grind and learning new stuff every day. So it's a great place to be.
So I got a summary from Nate Perez, from captain of Liberty Hall Late Fees. So here's what he said. Quote, yeah, basically with a high-scoring game, we were missing 2 of our best players, Ali and Eric, but it didn't matter. Team's chemistry is strong. We had the lead around the 6th or 7th inning, maybe 1-point lead, if I recall correctly, and wanted to secure, so we kept the foot on the gas offensively. So that's just a short summary from Nate Perez from Late Fees.
YSC 6 at 5 p.m. Nick Benton, shout out. He called this, nailed it on the head. Harpies 3, Taco Zone 18. Notes: Taco Zone, run rule in the bottom of the 6th, friendly neighborhood domination. Harpies, Audra wearing awesome diving catch in center, CB rules. Do you have some notes on that, Koo?
The only notes I have is from Stacy from the Harpies. What she said, quote, we came out of the gate strong with scoring 3 runs in the first. KTZ came up and went through their lineup, and in that heat, I think it just completely deflated us. We're still dealing with multiple injuries and just trying to give everyone time to get healthy for the tournament, unquote. So that's from Stacy for Heartbeat. I guess it's back-to-back seasons that they're just dealing with injuries. Like, Jesus. And unfortunately, they used to have like 18 players, like Stacy told me. Now they don't have subs because lesser numbers from last year and injuries.
Not a good problem to have this late in the season. YSC 6 at 7 p.m. The Scoonies 10. Recess Rejects 6.
Off the shine, first win of the season.
Scoonies, Alex with a home run in the park, top of the ninth. He almost could have capped Joe.
So I think it's important to note that Joe was fighting for his fucking life right there. Alex is very fast.
Yeah.
Joe is in his 40s. This was not fair. First win of the season for the Scoonies. Shout out to the team. I know a lot of people are battling through injuries right now. Our injuries are like at the top of our skill set. Shout out Jade, shout out Dunny, shout out Wyatt, and the bottom as well, because my butt hurts all the time. It should also be noted that we do have one major player who makes sure to spell his name correctly, Sean.
What up?
Sean.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, shut up.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, Sean. There we go. Yeah,
here's
sweet,
the
sweet,
B-Moors
sweet.
again. We're
All right.
back.
That's what happens when Sean's too hard to spell for you.
Shut up, W.
That was
Dude, but seriously, the team played so fucking good today.
wait, time out. That was my favorite recap because Cougar got uncomfortable. So more of that.
Oh,
please,
I
more
can
of
make
that.
him way more uncomfortable. But
True.
dude, the team's played so good. There's not one person that had a bad game. Everyone made good plays. Oh, I think almost everyone scored a freaking run too. Yeah, and we worked our asses off, but we also didn't blow it either, which is really nice. Yeah, it was awesome. According to Avery, we were at the start of the year, but we're not anymore. We are aware of that. But our team has been. Oh, we just had a lot of tough breaks and everything. Like people couldn't show up. Idiots like me would get hurt, and then it happened again. But it was really good for everyone to experience a win because it's been a disappointing year so far. And I think there's another team that didn't have a win this week, and then they got one because I think there's two teams that were 0-8 going in. I can't remember though.
No, just you.
No, it's just you.
What?
It was just you.
Oh, fuck! All right, bye.
Indeed. Congratulations on the Scoonies finally grabbing that elusive W.
So, by the way, that means there's no winless teams this season. Not a single winless team this season. Not a single undefeated team this season.
And Cougar, that's going to
Crazy.
be a first in a very long
It's probably been like 6 years since this happened.
Yeah.
It has happened with both not an undefeated team and not a winless team. Yeah.
No, it's been a long time without a winless team.
Yes.
Yeah. Defeated. YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Jazz House 23, Asteroid Head 5. Notes on this: shortstop caught a great ball. Rumas hit with kicked ball. Hunter kicked bounced over the fence. RKI triple. Shout out, they playing 4 girls. Asteroid Head played with 9 and no third baseman. Colin kicked and kept running and out at home, almost a home run.
Almost a home run is right. He tried to stretch. They're already down big. So Colin from Asteroid said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go for a home run." It's a good kick to left field, and like he rounded second and third. I'm like, Colin. I was like, home plate. Ref like, what are you doing? Second and third, home plate. Like, Colin, what are you doing? And then he almost made it, but the ball just nicked his right ankle before he touched home plate. I call him out, and then he yelled out, "Fuck you, Cougar!" at the end. But
I agree.
Cougar loves a good close.
He was out. He was out.
Close home plate call.
He was out. Yeah. So
You Jim Joyced him, buddy.
I did not Jim Joyce him. No, I did not.
Take away the one shining moment.
He was out. Check the tape. Well, there was no tape.
Check the tape?
There was no tape. So
Cougar, do you
Thank
have
goodness
notes
for
from
you,
the captain
Cougar.
on this game?
I do.
Wait, no. Who from who?
Jazz House.
Okay, good. I was going to say, because Asteroid Head doesn't get to give you notes, provide notes, because they couldn't provide 2 refs for this game, so they don't get to provide a commentary on the
Noted.
podcast with it.
Indeed, punishment.
So here's what Rick said from Jazz House, quote, "It was a great and long-awaited victory for the Jazz House kickball team. Everything went right for us, well-focused, too many stupid mistakes. Astro had only played with 9 players, that's true, in that heat, and made it very difficult for them. Very proud of my team and very pesky bunch of fighters." So real quick, Jazz House played with 12 in the kicking lineup with 5 ladies. Astro had played with 9, but with 5 ladies.
Nice.
So each side had extra ladies on their kicking lineup.
Hopefully everyone filled out a waiver.
A waiver, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but for Jazz House, they played better game than Astro had. They're still learning the game because they still had some, let's just say, issues like kicking and fielding because they're brand new. Only
fielding a full team.
Yeah,
and the biggest issue.
2 of their teams returned from last year, so they're very new. So. But no, Jazz House this year, they put the ball in play, use their speed against a short-handed Asteroid squad because they said they only had 5 players out of town. That's why they were only playing with 9.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. But here's the thing, guys. Even still, if that's the case and you really only can provide 1 ref, even though you had 9 people show up, that's another opportunity to talk to your board members, talk to somebody that might know, talk to somebody that's been in the league for a while. Don't make assumptions and don't talk to somebody that goes, I don't know and I don't care. Talk to a board member.
Agreed. I agreed, Elizabeth, yeah.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. The government knows where you're at now, Elizabeth. Notes, KBC Global Cafe 21, KBC Tropics 6. No shutout. Cougar does not have to donate money, but he's going to anyways because he's a nice guy. So another win on the board for the Douglas County Special Olympics, our chosen charity for this season. KBC, nice RKI by Ryan in the top of the first. Awesome double by Drennan in the top of the first for 2 RKI. Pendry with an amazing catch in the top of the third. Great kick to Rover spot by Kelly in the bottom of the 3. Great leadoff kick by Kelly in the top of 6. Nice play by second base by Alex, top of 7. Global, nice kick to shortstop, top of 1 by Cal for an RKI. Jimmy and Kayla team working in the outfield. Smart base running by Trey in the top of the 4th. Leadoff kick by Cal to left center. 3-run home run by Jimmy in the top of the 5th. Perfect bunt down first baseline by Liv in the top of the 5th. Nice kick down 1 by Elaine top of the 6th. Leadoff kick by Kayla in the top of 7.
Yep.
Great notes. Who was roughing this game? That's a honey badger
that
there.
That was all.
That
was Betsy Skinner.
Okay, I was going to say I know
on the book.
the Badgers
Betsy on the book.
Okay, Post House were reffing. So excellent notes. Fantastic all
Betsy
around.
Book. Brilliant.
But we did not get shut out. In fact, the score was 5-4 Global in the first inning. So, hey, it was a close game at one point. But at the very end, it was I think the 5th or 6th inning.
It was only 16-2 the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think it was the 5th or 6th inning there, Cal, that you guys kicked around, and it just the kicks were just on point. And it's at that point, I know there was a couple of errors that the Tropics made on the field, but it was
no,
at
y'all
that
were
point,
great.
it was over.
Y'all were great. We had fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Y'all are competitive. I don't know what the rest of your games were like this season, but it was fun and competitive, and that's all I can expect.
Yeah,
It was amazing. A lot of fun.
One thing I will say that I noticed, I watched that game, and just seeing the Tropics energy, they looked like they wanted to be there, and they wanted to. They
all like each other. They all like each other. You can, and it shows. That's important.
I played on that team last year, and when we played them, we got up early when we played them, and it felt like maybe they were they were over it early, and it's you could tell that early in that game they got down, they didn't care, and they came right back, and they wanted to be there. And I feel like I could tell that just looking at the game that I watched, but it was only the 15-minute clips, but that is what I noticed from that game.
By the way, but going to Jimmy, or I call him James because his real name is James. That was a great 3-run RKI home run there by James going to left center field. They go into the fence.
What can't he do?
What can't he do?
What can't he do?
I don't know, but that was a great kick. Props to James. Yeah. So.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. Honey Badgers 4, Post House 18.
Woohoo! We did it.
We're going to have to get some notes on this game
because it was bloody fucking hot on the 8th field of that complex. There's absolutely no shade in there.
Yeah, no notes on the game.
Just absolutely brutal. This is Liz, by the way, speaking as a Post House player, one of our best games of the year. We went into this game respecting the shit out of Honey Badgers because they're one of those teams that can kind of come out of nowhere. There's a reason that they're called the Badgers. Took it very seriously. We were able to get up pretty early and then just kind of maintain a hold. We did have to scramble. RJ had a brilliant ground rule triple. Forget what inning it was, but it really kind of had that potential to sort of shift the momentum of the game, but we were able to kind of rally and come back. Really pushed us to our edge. I do want to make a note that our second, third, and fourth spot kickers went 5 for 5, and I do want to shout out Colin Flanders this week. He scored 5 runs for our team, so
5
big
runs,
props
Jesus.
to Colin. And thank you to Honey Badgers for a good fucking game. I know that wasn't the outcome you guys hoped for, but thank you for challenging us in the right way.
The Honey Badger, second in fierceness, closely behind the Wolverine, is the number one fiercest.
Amen. Go blue.
Go blue.
That's right.
We got another Post House lady in the house, Big Bex. Do you want to? No, not gonna get weird. Too
AKA
weird.
which-
too weird.
AKA which
Anything
Hazel?
Weird to say up here for. Some
Uh-oh,
good
what-
stuff.
what-
She's got some stuff.
It was okay. It was a really fun game. The Badgers are a really fun team. I really like their pitcher. I think that she's like a badass and like just a super positive, happy, cool, athletic person. So yeah, fun game. Badgers are cool. So is Post House, obviously.
Aaron is. Yep.
Great notes. Thank you.
I have just a quick summary from Kenneth. You ready for this? Here's what he said. Quote, "It was hot as fuck. Post House played better, so they won." That was literally it.
Kenny, I love you. Get your ass down here if you want to. You have the best radio voice. You have
No,
a
that's
face
Cosgrove.
for TV
Cosgrove
and a
has the better-
voice for radio.
No, it's
Get your ass
Cosgrove.
down to Louisa's.
Cal. Cosgrove's the best radio voice.
10, 20 something master. Get down here.
No,
Kenny.
Cosgrove's the best radio voice. Cosgrove.
No, well, okay.
No,
Agree to
it's
disagree.
Cosgrove.
Okay.
YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Johnny's 15, Love Garden 2. Notes, Love Garden right field is awesome.
By the way, a certain person predicted that Post House get upset by Honey Badgers and that John's get upset by Love Garden. That would be Nick Benton last week on the podcast.
Nick was wildin'.
Yeah, we'll get to Nick a little bit later on, how wild he was. I'm like, what are you talking about? But that's all I got.
Yeah, I didn't have any further notes on this game. Some? Yes. Yes, Johnny's Love Garden.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Cal's Boo. Siege fucking killed it. He like rips that ball like it's nobody's business. Like sweet little honey line drives. Yeah. So shout out to Siege and both teams. Everybody killed it.
I'm blushing. Next game. I think Butters is here, so let's move on before I get too distracted.
Is Butters alive?
Yes.
Is he alive?
Is Butters here? Awesome.
Is he alive?
Oh no, that's all for YSC. We're going to be moving on to Hobbs Park at 7 p.m. D-Holes 5, John Denver Experience Shift, #drink shift 8. Notes, D-Holes, Brian Iron scratched in the 4th. Megan Scratch did not play. John Denver, 3rd inning, dead ball in dugout. Nick proceeds to 3rd. So I know you got some notes on this.
I
You're
got
going to start with
summary for
Avery?
both sides from Alex. So this is
Well,
Alex.
we'll go ahead and move on. No, I just wanted to hear him. I wanted to hear him audibly yell from home, and I just heard
Here's
it.
what Alex
it's on a bit of a
from
delay.
I like it. I
D-Hole
like
said.
it. Like
Quote,
the spirit of it.
"It was a fantastic game that really boiled down to a few errors, a few big kicks. I'm incredibly proud of our team, especially how we played up to JD. Highlights. Bickle went 4 for 4 with a double and a home run. Ariel 3 for 4. Airy 3 for 4. Dusty had the most interesting rundown for an out where he overthrew first, got his own overthrow, then ran down the runner who overran second from catcher. Jesus. Dusty and I also had 3 putouts at home. Those plays fired up our team more than anything. Cedric is back and immediately made impact on defense and with throwouts and slapdowns and fast hand catches.
Butters has arrived.
Walked in the door.
Sam's got it. Was our whole team anytime that anything came close to being air in the center. So there you go. That's from him. And then Avery had some notes as well. I'm going to tell what Avery said. From Avery from JDE. Quote, "We played great D all game except against everyone except Bickle, who went 4 for 4 with 3 runs. We turned in an awesome 10-1 right field put out. Right field, the pitcher tagged out runner going from first to second. Jeez, well, that's pretty good. To prevent D. Holmes from tying the game in the 8th. We kicked better than we ever have been. We had base runners every inning. We could have scored more, but we got thrown out of the plate 3 times, including thrown out on a Chunk Fest headfirst slide in chunkiest headfirst slide in first league history. Poff and Keith both had deep triples. Chunkiest headfirst slide in league history. Is that a term?
A
chunkiest headfirst slide?
It could be chunky. Like
Chunkiest.
Chunkiest. Chunky head? Did he have a big head?
Like me? I have a big head.
Yes. What's the similarity between their head and your head?
First of all, no one's head is bigger than mine.
No, yours is like an orange on a toothpick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what does that have to do with the game? Are we done here?
Hobbs Park, 9:15.
Here we go. Game of the week.
PM. Lawrence Shirt Factory 23. Red Legs 3. You get the notes on this real quick.
Let me start it, Sean. I'll start it right here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on this game. I'm sorry to cut you off. But I'm going to start this off by saying I'm new on this team, my first year, me and my brother. Lawrence Shirt Factory's fans, amazing. Like, I'm telling you, they have the biggest fan base in the league. It's insane.
You guys have been around for a really long fucking time.
Hey, they have. I haven't. But they have built the fan base, and I love it. It's so much fun to come to a game.
Favorite team, but
and a bunch of people
I've
are
always
cheering
been
you
Cougar's
on.
favorite team.
That's awesome. Our girls played amazing. Bree with that double play in the first inning to just change the energy. Riley goes 3 for 3. Ricky playing amazing. And then Liz kicks a triple. And they just moving around the bases, gets to third. They end up getting thrown out at home. But amazing kick. And I love them going home on it. Like, that's the right play. Even though you get thrown out, that's the right thing.
It's the risky base running that pays off.
But as an aggressive base runner, I love that, and I love that from them. But I will say, Red Legs by 8? Red Legs by 8? Are you serious? Red Legs by 8? They said we had to come to Hobbs Park at 9:15 and find Nick? Okay, we didn't find Nick. I'm going to tell you right now, we didn't find Nick. But we found the back of our teammates' jerseys all day as we rounded those bases. All day long. Red Legs by 8? Are you serious? The 1 rank away. What are you doing? But the rest of their team, besides that guy that called me out and the rest of my team out last week, don't give me bulletin board material. But the rest of their team, they played good. And props to my team. We played amazing, and I'm proud of my team. So that's what I got to say on that game.
All right. I mean, I feel like I'm just going to sum up what the scorekeep had written. Kara, amazing kick on in third. It's getting dark out here. Here you go. I feel like I'm just seconding everything that Aaron said. He pretty much nailed everything. I also want to point out that the winningest player in all of KVKL history, if anyone can let me know who that is.
It's Bree. It's Bree.
That's my captain!
Thanks, Cougar.
You're welcome. It's Bree.
Cubby.
It actually is Bree Kester. Brienne Kester. She's a girl.
6 titles. 6 titles in her career. It's amazing. Yeah. By the way, here's a rebuttal from Nick as a summary. All he says is, quote, "We look forward to playing them again. We'll do our part to make that happen. Hopefully they do too," unquote. That was from your boy, Nick Aaron.
So
there you go.
I was not, as the captain of Global Cafe, I was not there when the week that we played Shirt Factory. And I had a little bit of power to maybe make... If you have pending obligations, you have more important things to do this next Sunday than rematch of our game. But I think that would be it. Well, next year for sure, or late.
We're gonna see you not next year. We'll see you guys again this year.
Okay.
But
well, yeah.
Depending on how the bracket
so.
turns out. Like I just feel like
the
way I've been looking at the bracket, maybe that's how it'll pan out. But you know, we got to play the team in front of you,
it's
and
true.
we'll play. Both of us have to play the team in front of us to get to each other. But
I would have loved. Yeah. I can't wait for the
rematch.
rematch.
See each other again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know Nick wants to see you guys again too, right? Jeez. Yeah, it's just watching that game there is like, it's just like they weren't even there. At the middle of the game, Red Legs, like, I didn't say they quit, but their just effort was just like, it seemed like with body language, like, just over. We didn't want to be there. It's because like they did so many unforced errors because they rely so much on emotion, and then when things don't go well, it just seems like they basically were like not there in spirit.
Is that the third component though, or maybe the fourth component at Game of the Week, where the field with the fans and the pressure of being that late game with the scoreboard? Is that part of it? You think sometimes for people?
But they're a veteran team. Red Lakes is. They're not like a rookie team. They've been around for a while, but I don't know. It's just like Nick saying Red Lakes by 8 put more pressure on them. And so we're the Game of the Week friendly under the lights, and all of a sudden wasn't going well, and then all of a sudden they're just like. It's just like it seems they're gone.
I will say Hobbs is its own beast, and as someone who's played at Hobbs a lot, I felt like there was just things that you can see from the stands where you're like, well, Jordan maybe doesn't need to play that far back at short. Like, Jack, their center fielder, is so good, and I felt like he got exposed a little where it was like, I think Hobbs fucked him up a little bit. Hobbs fucked him up. So.
Yeah, a couple drops Jack did, yeah.
And I will say, I was not trying to dog on the Red Legs or anything. It's just last week, Nick, the third baseman, came out very hot, and so that's what I was responding to. I know Fry on that team. He went 1 for 1. Amazing players. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. So, like, I don't want anyone to think I'm coming across and saying, like, dogging the Red Legs. No, he came out and he talked a little last week.
No, just squarely Nicholas Benton. The first of his name.
My first year in the league, Tony, now on the Red Legs, finally moved from the Bald Beavers, and I put one of the best kickers I've seen. And I'm just like, I was glad for him to see him move his way up. And I get how people are loyal to their team, but he was such a good player, and I'm glad for Tony to see him moving his way up. And I don't want anyone to think I'm dogging the Red Legs. That's not what it was.
I don't think
was
anyone
just
thought
responding.
that. I'm not sure anyone thought that.
I'm just responding.
Yeah.
Just throwing out the disclaimer early. Well, great. And once again, thank you to Louise's for hosting us this week. Upstairs, outside, fantastic weather.
I would love.
Oh, I know. It's coming right up. Not even Cougar knows what the matchups are.
People are excited for next week.
Yeah,
Can
I don't
throw
know
out
either.
maybe another Facebook thread I would love to see. It's not like a total positivity, kindness thread, but I love how so Chin Hall's over here talking about he started on Bald Beavers. I think I knew that about you, that you were like the third baseman, that everyone was like, hey, watch for this kid. And then you were on the Tropics, and now you're on Shirt Factory. As someone who has only ever played for one team, I think that's a good dialogue to have of like why you moved, why did you say, because you mentioned loyalty to a team, but that's a Facebook thread for another day. We got to keep moving, but I love that we all have our own KBKL stories. I love that, or origins. So
Aaron had a great reason why he moved from Tropics to the Shirt Factory. So no hard feelings, none. No hard feelings,
indeed.
None.
So without any further ado, I'm disappointed in all of you for not spending $10 to get the early results. So boo on all of you. YSC 1, 5 p.m., leading off the slate of Week 10's marquee matchups. YSC 1 at 5 p.m., the Midnight Tokers against the Lady Bird Harpies. All teams that are listed at their fields, first team listed will be home. To make it easy for everyone, the higher seed in theory team is the away team. So YSC 1 at 5 p.m., Midnight Tokers at Lady Bird Harpies.
I played both those teams. That's going to be a great game, great matchup board.
It's like the nice versus the nice. That'll be wonderful.
YSC 1 at 7 p.m., Lawrence Shirt Factory against Taco Zone.
Pick'em game.
And this is a Pick'em spread game.
Pick'em spread game. Who wants to go first?
Liz wants to go first.
Damn.
Yeah, you do.
Man, this is a really hard one. I'm not going to look anybody in the eye when I say this, but I'm going to go with Shirt Factory. I think coming off of the really explosive win they had last weekend, coupled with the loss that unfortunately KTC Z.
Not
unfortunately, we beat them. So let's go with LS.
They'll win by how many runs? They'll win by how many runs?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You actually have to. Pick a number.
1.
There you go.
I could say so many things. All I'm going to say is I think Taco Zone just went out of business.
Yeah.
Shirt Factory.
Catering only.
Shirt Factory by
how many?
4.
4. Aaron, you're last. Oh, no. Aaron, you're last. Sean?
I've only bet against them once, and they proved me wrong, so I'm not going to go against them again. Taco Zone by 2.
You say Taco Zone by 8?
Okay, no. So it's my turn. So Aaron, you're right in front of me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to pick against you. I got Shirt Factory by 3. Shirt Factory by 3.
We all know that.
You're up, Aaron.
Duh.
Yeah, I know. Seating had nothing to do with home or away. I'm wrong.
I will say I'm surprised we didn't get Johnny's, so I assume they got honey badgers, but not spoiling nothing. I didn't see it.
We'll have to wait and see.
We will wait and see, but that's what it has to be. But I will say that's got to be a great game. I'm excited to see Austin England. I play softball with him a lot, and it'll be exciting to play him again. I played on the Tropics last year. We should have had them. We lost by 1. We should have had them, so I'm excited to see that team again.
I do, and that was no disrespect to the tacos or the margaritas or the zone. That was just, I think, as a team that I think does not match, my team does not match up well against KTZ. I think that's how KTZ feels about Shirt Factory. I don't think they match up well against you. I think you have a lot of weapons that they aren't cozy with yet. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and give $15 to the charity of this year to not pick this game, because I will not be picking this game. I will be Venmoing Sean
Aaron,
$15 because as a podcast member, I should be picking this game, but I won't be.
We appreciate your integrity.
You're anti-Nick.
We appreciate your integrity to sportsmanship. We'll get your Venmo after this. Here we go. Next game.
YSC 2 at 5 p.m. Headquarters Ringers against Asteroid Head.
That'd be a good game.
All right.
That'd be fun.
That'll be a good matchup.
That'd be fun.
Next game.
YSC 2 at 7 p.m. Ball Beavers against Jazz House.
Ooh, another very even match.
It was going to be a
fairly even
both
match.
Teams, by the way, got
evenly matched.
Yeah. So both teams got a win from forfeits. Ball Beavers on Empire for illegal lineup.
Okay.
And Jazz House on R Bar for an illegal lineup.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody can get their shit together for next week then.
Please don't illegal lineups, guys. Please don't.
Yeah. Check your shit, guys. It's your responsibility.
Amen.
YSC 3 at 5 p.m. Rick's Rollers against Johnny's.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anybody here want to say anything about that?
Lloyd, get over here.
They're excited. Okay, they're excited. Rick Rollers worked up.
For the record, we wanted Cyport to do this, but Bryson personally sent me a text message and said he was too scared to play Johnny's.
That is a 100% infactual.
Cyport Johnny's. That was all I wanted.
I believe it's around Screamport BTK, so let's be really correct.
Scrim.
Scrim CTB.
YSC 3.
Wait, why wasn't that a pick'em? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
YSC 3 at 7 p.m. God. At 7 p.m. Red Legs against Global Cafe.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
This will
Red
be a
Legs
good
are
one.
licking their wounds.
I gotta think this
you know
is
what
gonna be
Cal's
amazing.
going to do to those wounds? Rip them open and let them bleed to death. That's what Cal's going to do to Red Legs' wounds. Exactly.
YSC 4 at 5 p.m.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Because everyone up here that I'm listening to is way too loud.
Mayhem in here. It's mayhem, chaos.
Anyways, Sean, now I'm listening.
Okay. So going back, that's YSC 3 at 7 p.m. Red Legs against Global
Yeah,
Cafe.
we got that one.
YSC 4 at 5 p.m. Honey Badgers at Young Spine.
That's a good one.
They have
That's a
similar
good one.
team colors, so this is going to be interesting depending on what jerseys they wear that day.
We got two teams that are basically licking the wounds, like Honey Badger losing 18-4 to Post House, and Young's had a tough loss to Rick Rollers. This should be good.
All right.
This is going to be a bloodbath. I'm glad. I think I get to watch this game. I'm excited about that. I want to watch this live in person.
YSC 4 at 7 p.m. Cyport CBK against the D-Holes.
Pick'em game spread. Pick'em game spread.
Mr. Dover got his wish.
Wow.
Chris, Sean, you're last. Who wants to go first?
Do you think they're going to get your name right? Like, what is it? Shreveport?
Cyport, D-Holes, it all depends.
Cyborg? BTK? I think I'm going D-Holes.
By how many runs? By how many runs?
3 runs.
Thank you.
I played D-Holes this year. I will say, I guess Cyport does have Sean and Bryson. They have some experienced players, but I assume they're playing their best team, but D-Holes has that experience, and I think experience really does matter. It's taken me a couple years to realize this as a young player, but it's like you need experienced players to compete in close games. I'll take D-Holes by 1.
Cedric just rolled in. I might have him help me out with a pick. You got any thoughts, Cedric?
Cedric is ecstatic about the selection.
You seem very happy.
Hey, Cedric, any thoughts?
That's new.
Cyport D-Holes? Hi, Cedric.
Damn it, Cedric, say hello.
Man, I was running to make it. We got Cyport for real? Yeah, y'all lied to us?
Look, if you guys can see his face right now, he's so excited. He's literally grinning in here. His face all scrunched up with excitement. This is going to be a great fucking game.
Give me D-Holes by 4. I'm going to change it right now.
This will be the game of the
I'm going to change it right now. Give me D-Holes by 4.
Between the legs behind whoever's making the play. Ari Oxter and Sean Mayer, they're both great at that, apparently. So let's see what happens. Let's see. I think the real winner of the game will be whoever can do that the most in that game.
Cal, what do you got? What do you got?
I love Bryson. I have so much love for Bryson, but I have way more for Cedric. And just the D-Holes in general, I think they're good humans. Not that I don't think Cyport is good humans, but I just think it's going to be like old school versus new school. I gotta say D-Holes.
By how many runs?
Yeah.
How many
what
runs?
did everyone else say? 1, 4?
No. Aaron changed from 1 to 4. So he chose 4. He chose 4.
I'll go 3. 3.
No, 3's already been taken.
Two's an even better number.
Two's been taken.
Why the fuck did you give me the microphone?
Then pick a number. No, 4's been taken.
1?
Yes, you can say 1.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay,
well,
there you go.
Sean,
So, all right, Sean's last. You know what? I'm not going to win this pick 'em cause anyways. Everyone's by Pete D-Holes. Fuck it. Cyport by 2.
Okay. I respect the honesty.
If it was anyone else,
Sean?
If it was anyone else.
We've talked about this publicly and privately all year. I am really excited for this matchup against the D-Holes. I've known it since before the rankings, since before the season, that I could say that I believe we're a top 12 team. The only thing left is to go out and prove it. Alex has stated from day one, for multiple years, they are the gatekeepers of that spot. I look forward to the challenge. I can't wait for Sunday, and it's going to be the first time that we've played the D-Holes in
100
say like
years?
4 or 5 years. So
I will say another great matchup by the board. I saw Bryson saying
bless
Cyport. He was one maybe Rick Rollers. I think this is the perfect matchup for you. They said last year they're the top 10. They're the cutoff of the league, and I think this is perfect for you guys. I think this is an unexpected game that I thought is just an amazing matchup, and I thought board did a great job with
For
this
sure.
one.
And no offense to Red Legs, but this will be a game where we're on field 3 and I'm playing second base and I'm basically watching field 4. I'm watching this other matchup happen instead. It's that good.
I'm going to say that the high-powered offense is going to outscore the high-powered defense. I'm going to take Cyport by 2.
Already said 2.
Oh, then I'll do 1. Respectfully.
There
you go.
And like I said to Cyport, y'all are on a fucking mission, and if it was any other team in the league that I just didn't have so much, like, human respect for, outside of kickball respect, like, you Cyport by 5. You know what I'm saying, though, where it's like, that's why I love this matchup. I wanted to give you guys Johnny so bad.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And I couldn't, but I love it. That's why I love it.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. Love Garden against Post House.
This is what we wanted. Can you repeat that for me one more time?
It's
YSC what? At what?
It's the traditional powerhouses again.
All right, did everybody hear
Traditional
that?
powerhouses, there we go.
This is the matchup that our team has literally been waiting for all fucking year. Cannot say how excited we are to play you guys. Oh, man. Their jerseys, their attitude. We love all those players. Those are our friends. We get to kick away. They're going to try and bunt. Fucking great matchup.
Elizabeth, was it last year, 2 years ago? The final score was like 18-16, something crazy between you two teams.
Crazy, yes.
And you guys won.
So, as someone who hates the narrative of like, the good teams are so competitive and all they want to do is win and they only care about winning.
Fuck yeah,
this is
love
one of,
it.
No, this is one of those games. This is a 4 versus 5 where like nobody loses, everyone wins. At the end of the game, I guarantee you they will be even better friends. They will be even like nobody loses.
Just love each other with a French kiss everywhere.
And I'll give money to the charity for.
If you're French kissing
that.
everywhere, that's called an Australian kiss because it's a French kiss just down under.
But it's true. So much like this isn't like a KTZ global where you have a side.
already blushing.
Everyone loves both these teams. They have a lot of love for each other. Nobody loses.
And make sure to watch the video of this because you're going to watch a kickball clinic on how it's supposed to be played.
And lots of kisses, smooches.
And kissing all over.
Well, I'll just be smooching the whole time. Pretty sure the girls wear all their shortest shorts and sports bras and all that stuff. We'll just be hugging and shotgunning, and it'll be fucking great. This truly is, yes, like the definite, like, team friend. We all love each other. This was my one to watch for this week.
Hell yes.
I'm lucky to be playing in the game.
And best jersey matchup, as you stated, of the week, hands down.
Hell yeah.
YSC 6. Oh, nope, don't want to skip over. YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Sod Squad against the Soda Jerks.
Old school. This is old school.
Not gonna lie, I fought very hard for this. So we, as a board, behind the scenes, we collectively had a hard time going, do we want high competitive games for a marquee matchup, or what a marquee matchup sometimes is? It doesn't necessarily need to be a high intensity game. For me, this
You did it both.
Yeah. So Adam P., my old captain, offshooted it. I broke ways years ago. There was times I worried if that was the right choice or not. This is going to be a fun game. There's still probably like 3 or 4 original balls deep on Sod Squad. I got the other half on my team. RIP to Water Tower Park. Seth Sanchez had some big pictures out there today.
Before my time.
The only thing I won't miss is the Desire Trail.
No, that wasn't there. We stopped playing as soon as we went from grass to dirt. Like some idiot kid rode his bike through there and it ruined it forever. But that being said, I would suspect if you came out and watched this game, you'll see a lot of old school balls deep jerseys between both teams. But yeah, I'm excited to play Patterson and his crew. Matching wise, our game wins and losses are a little skewed. We're 7-2. I think they're 3-6 or 5-4-6. I don't know.
What does statistics really
2
mean,
and 7.
though?
Just a mere match. But that being said, I think we should hang with them, and they should hang with us. It should be a fun game. Tomfoolery will be happening.
Oh, good. That's the thing I love most about kickball is the tomfoolery. Who gives a shit about the actual score? As long as you're having fun and doing tomfoolery and shenanigans.
Like I said earlier,
everybody wins.
Like I said earlier,
shorts and beers, my friends.
If I was to lose to a team, I'd be happy to lose to Sod Squad. Great bunch of people. Like I said, for me, this season's already a win. We're 7-2. I'd like to make it 8-2, but we'll see what happens on Sunday.
YSC 6 at 5 p.m. Red Lion against Free State.
Pick'em game and spread. Pick'em game and spread. Who wants to go first?
Ooh. I'll go first.
Elizabeth will go first. Red Lion, Free State.
To me, I like seeing this matchup because it's like a figurehead, right? It's like the battle of the brewery versus the bar. We played Free State earlier. They played valiantly, but I don't know. Red Lion just has that kind of like, I don't know, get up and kick you in your ass.
Yeah.
I also think that their alcohol tolerance is a lot higher as a whole. So I'm going to go Red Lion 5.
5? Okay. Okay. Just like the D-Holes and the Cyport game, there's another CAD podcast matchup between, Ben and Seth. It's tough. I'm going with my fellow Niners fan, Seth. I go.
I'm, like I said earlier in the podcast, I'm new to the league in my third year. I was surprised to hear that Red Lion was a 5 seed 2 years ago. That is crazy to me. And I can understand that team is athletic, but that just proves to me they have a lot of good players. But I do know this about Free State. They have a new pickup. His name is Aaron. Same name as mine. He's a very tall guy. He played in the game of the week. He doesn't play every week. I play softball with him.
He plays in big games.
He has the best arm I've ever seen in my life.
He's got a damn good arm.
In baseball, softball, anything, he has the best arm I've ever seen in my life. If that guy plays, give me Free State by 3. If he doesn't play, give me Free State by 1.
No, I already got 1. You'll take 3. I already got 1. You got 3. Yep. There you go.
You want to go, Cal?
Cal.
Okay. We play Free State every year all the time. I don't know that I've ever played Red Lion in my whole tenure in this league. It makes me very sad because I've worked at the bar for 100 years. And not just because I have done that and those are my pals, but watching them at Game of the Week and then comparing that to when I reffed Free State's Game of the Week, just maybe 2 different gears of kickball for me, and I have to say Red Lion.
By how many?
Well, is everything left?
Just pick a number.
This might be that 8 versus 18, like the Ghost 18. I'll fucking say more than 8.
8. It's 8. Okay.
More than 8.
Short and simple.
Sean.
Red Lion got off to a little bit of a murky start this year, but these last 3 weeks just looking like that Red Lion of old. Maybe not a number 5 seed, but back up in that top 15, I think, where they belong. Great on paper. I think it's going to be great on dirt. Hope this is recorded. If not, stop by, get a chance to take a peek at this game because it's going to be great. That being said, Red Lion by 3.
Talking about recordings, we're going to need another 8 GoPros this week because the board killed it. Like every game I've heard has surprised me, and they're all great games. I didn't think you could work it out this well. I guess I'll see the rest of them, but wow, the board did a great job.
But wait, there's more.
Like the infomercial.
YSC 6 at 7 p.m. The Ghosts against KBC Tropics.
This is our sister team. The Ghost and KBC Tropics are sister teams because we practice scrimmages on a regular basis last year. This year, only once or twice. Is that Corbin over there? Corbin, come over here.
I think this might.
Corbin,
I think this might be this might be the matchup that I'm most looking forward to of the entire season.
Corbin,
I get to watch it.
Come on down, Corbin. I thought you were sorry, Mookie. Hi, Corbin.
Hello. I'm looking forward to this game.
Parental consent.
I'm looking forward to this game. I really want to air out Ryan. We didn't practice a lot, so it'll be fun to see again in an actual game. So I have to say, Ghost by 5.
That's fine. Hey,
Corbin also said,
Corbin, you're lucky I'm not pitching because you get home runs.
Well,
Corbin, every time I pitch, you get home runs. Yeah, pitch practice.
I was just rereading my DMs, and Corbin also said that he's going to be aiming for the outfield, and if Ryan leaves his feet, he still has Matt's arm sling left over.
Jesus,
Good luck,
Corbin.
Ryan.
Next day.
Wow. YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Arbar against the Corksuckers. The last game on the... No, it's not the last game on the docket. We've got 3 more. YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Empire against the Recess Rejects.
Recess Rejects trying to lick their wounds, giving Scoonies their first win. Yeah, Empire's been struggling a little bit.
Empire looking for that elusive 5th win that...
I'll take Empire. I'll take Empire all day.
Big Empire gal. Empire all day.
Rounding out the action this week, starting at Hobbs Park, 7 p.m., Rockets against the LFK Rays.
Okay, and Rockets are what, 4 and 5?
Indeed.
Oh, that's insane. Rockets.
I think, looking at it, personally speaking, when this game was made, whew, that was cold. I'm a real boy. That Grimace slides are wet. Oh, man. No, I'm trying. For me personally, this is a game that out of all the slates, I think a lot of great matchups, but this is one that can answer a lot of questions for me for the Rockets getting out of that, what you would see as the bottom 6, those play-in game areas. You come out and you have a marquee win, pun intended, against the Rays. That's going to give you a lot of swing and a lot of swagger going into the playoffs.
For sure. This is a game like early season or maybe just last year. Rays on paper all day. But I don't know. Rockets are hot. Rockets are hot.
The Rockets are hot, and these are not your parents' Rockets. Your parents' Rockets was more like Discover.
I will say
Columbia.
from my observation this year, all day last year I'm taking the Rays, but I don't know. That team doesn't seem like they've changed that much. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to the Rays. Yeah, they changed a lot. Okay. But I mean, I got the Rays. I got the Rays handedly in this one.
The retired porn spatulas.
I will say, I fully will respect the Rockets. We may have some people that are going to be gone. I was going to be gone, but
now you're not.
I'm not going to accept any disrespect and have people thinking we're going to lose. So I'll be back in town, and we're going to Rays all day. We're going to get it.
And last but certainly not least, the feature matchup at Hobbs Park, 9:15 p.m. Game of the week, Youngling versus the Woost.
So beer versus brunch?
Beer versus brunch?
Beer versus brunch.
They're both the same thing, depending on who you ask.
Not me.
I'm going to just start this up, and I'm going to go Woost. By however many points they feel like they want to score, because that's how their team works. So I'm going to go... Cougar, are you writing this down? Is this a pick'em game or no? No? Okay, well, I'm going to say at least 4. At least 4.
I have only watched Yingling play against Lawrence Shirt Factory this year.
Oh, the shutout.
I have a skewed vision of how this game might go. However, I'm very excited to be at Hobbs Park at 9:15 on Sunday night. And, the Woost, everyone loves the Woost. Everyone.
Not a pick'em, but I'm throwing them dubs up because the Woost is for the children.
I'll also take Woost, and I haven't seen them play this year, but I'm a math guy. Looking at their scores, maybe, I don't know if they had any pickups, but this team looks like they look good this year. Just on paper, this team looks good.
I think this is one of their best years they've had in a long time. Everyone is being productive. They have that kind of super competitive mindset where we're being productive, we're making smart plays, but we're also out there with the best fucking playlists in the league. Thank you, Jackie Becker. And some of the most fun people that you will ever meet in life or in kickball.
I will say I played them last year, and Jeff, absolutely right, back in his team, picked his team to win, and we came out and we beat him by like 15 on the Tropics. And like I will say, like we had one thought in our mind to win the game by a lot, but that team was one of the nicest teams I've ever played. And I just wish I would have engaged with them a little more, because we had one thought in our mind, but like that team was one of the nicest teams I've played since I've been in the league, and a lot of respect for that team.
If I will have one request, if Youngling, whatever we want to call them, are not going to play music, I think that Jackie should reserve a yacht rock playlist for
Guys,
David.
if you haven't seen or heard Jackie Becker's
Jackie's
playlist,
great. Jackie's great.
you really
Jackie's
should.
great.
Put
No,
respect
I want
on that
her to-
woman's name.
Jackie's great.
She's been in the league for, 21 fucking years.
Yep.
She's
And,
done a
hey,
million
and dropping
things.
absolute
Served on
dots
the board
all
for
over
a
the
goddamn
infield last week. So,
long time.
Yep.
Respect.
21
Be paid to Jackie Becker.
So that is our full slate of games for marquee matchup. We will have those on the website here, available shortly for your full ocular view. We're rolling right through this. 22 minutes to go. Thank you once again to Louise's upstairs tonight, outside on the patio in this wonderful weather, for hosting us. And don't forget to donate some money right now to our 2024 charity, the Douglas County Special Olympics. Last but not least, rounding out the week, Cougar has his updated top 10 RPI standings.
Yes, I do. This is the unofficial Week 9 RPI standings. Here we go. Number 10. Wait for it. It's Cyport CBK. 0.561728 in the top 10. Number 9 is Sacred Sword. 0.56372. Number 8, Young Spine. 0.578. Number 7, Aaron, I am so sorry. I don't know why it's the case. Lawrence Shirt Factory, 0.599. Somehow, number 6, it's Red Legs, 0.601. I don't get it. It's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. Number 5, Love Garden, 0.608. No, it's the same. Same as last week. Number 4, Liz, it's yours, Post House, 0.639. Number 3 is Kansas Taco Zone, 0.688. Number 2, defending champions Johnny's, 0.69, which means still at number 1 in the RPI standings is Cal's Global Cafe at 0.718.
Stellar.
That feels good. That felt good. I don't know how that felt for everyone else, but that felt really good.
Oh, it feels pretty good. Started from the near bottom. Now we're here.
No need to.
I think this is the first time that
Started from the bottom, now the
I think it's the first time Global's been like top of the RPI standings for for 2 weeks, for a whole season in a row. Honestly. Cal? No?
Cal said it won't be the last either,
What do you want
punk.
me to say?
I will say it's cool to see the top of the league. Like last year, at the end of the year, I was like, Johnny's owns this league for years to come, and it's like it. But I didn't know any better. And now I've seen all these top team play. It's like any of these teams can win on any given Sunday, and that's what makes the league so much fun. I will say this: I went 0 for 2 on bunting on Sunday. You need to move that bunt line back, and you need to move the catcher back because I couldn't get on base today. I couldn't get on base on Sunday. I was 0 for 2 bunting, 3 for 3 not bunting, but like you need to change that bunting, move the third baseman back, move the catcher back, because something's wrong with bunting right now, and you got to move these players away from the bunt because it's too hard to get on base.
Whoa.
I have no comments.
Whoa.
That's wild.
I was just going to shout
I bet
out
Phil
Global.
fully agrees with you. Phil, let's get it.
Phil from the Rockets, yeah.
I know what you mean, though, and I'm glad. I don't want a league to exist where it's just like Johnny's is gonna win another championship, because y'all saw what we had to do to beat them, and it was 0 errors, and it was perfect place kicking, and it like that exists in the world somewhere. And for a couple years, it felt like it didn't exist because, like I said, KTC has our number. We do not we just don't want to see them, but we'll see anyone else all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm glad you got my main point.
I got it. I feel you. I got it.
The rest of it was shade.
I got it.
Hey, Sean, real quickly, I have the standings for the Pick'em. So here's the thing. Last place is Cougar, 13-14 Cubby, so forget him. In first place, it's Sean and guest number 2 is 17-10 with a bonus point. Ben and guest 1 is one behind is 16-11. Ben does not have a bonus point. Guest 1 does. So, Sean, you still have the lead, but you're tied.
I don't have a record?
Indeed.
No, you're
All right,
guest
what-
2.
Are we wrapped up
No,
here?
you're
What else
two.
do we have to
You're
talk about
combined.
today?
So, you know what? I do want to take a moment. I know everybody loves when we talk about the top of the league. But, you know, being up there now, I figured I'd get to rub elbows with some folks for a while. But I think that anyone 8 and below should be reaching out to any captain on any of those teams, your Taco Zones, Globals, Post House especially. Reach out to these captains. Find out how and what you can do to adjust your coaching approaches, maybe practices or whatever, whether it's mentorships or something of the liking, because these teams have been and are mainstays at the top of the league. And I think that everybody, myself, anyone in the top 36 included, could learn from a lot of these captains on how they're putting their teams together.
And I'm going to take a little stem off of that. And I'm going to go with, does everybody really care about... I mean, obviously nobody shows up to YSC, which is the fuck away from everywhere in town. But I mean...
for those franchises and teams that are looking to get better.
Respectfully, I think what I'm trying to say is just that I feel like it's got to be the minority in the league that thinks it's the only reason that you go out there is to win a game, and your whole day is ruined that you didn't win a game, and your whole week is ruined because your team didn't win. I still have to believe, which is the reason I started in this league 16 fucking years ago, was to have fun. Drink beer with your friends. Go out on a day where you could do nothing else than be with people that you wanted to hang out with. And yes, and I can 100% understand competition. I'm going to obviously feel a little bit of backlash from the hypocrisy of this all. But here's the thing is that I don't go out there. I'm not being on the fucking dirt in fucking 104-degree heat plus the index if I'm not having fun with the people that I want to be with. So if you're going out there and you're not having fun, guys, this ain't your sport. However, if you do want to go out there and you do want to have fun, encourage your team. Be the best fucking teammate that you possibly could be. This whole, I guess, tying into, I don't know, in my mind, like rankings, like, are you having fun? That's always the most important. I look at these teams going, I know that a few of these teams are ranked correctly, but not everybody. So,
sure,
you know, if you're really that concerned about how well your team is doing, re-examine the fact, like, why are you out there every week? Are you out there to win every single fucking game? Or are you out there to have fun with your friends?
I do think there are teams that have both, that do both. And I don't know what the exact question was, but I will say, as someone who has, I will admit, I don't go to the Wednesday night practices at Hobbs because as a board member, I get enough kickball in my DMs throughout the week that I just need a break during the week from that. But I will, and this I mean no harm when I say that, like, my co-captain on what I guess is the number one team is literally a elementary school PE teacher, and all he does for a living is play kickball. And he's dying to, I mean, and in his spare time, he coaches high school basketball and takes them to state championships. He is at his core, a coach, and he sees talent and goes, I could make them better. And that's not to be hypocritical or judgmental.
Yeah.
That is like his that's what he does for a living. That's what brings him joy. And just like I'll say, like when the Ringers, when before our game of the week, when Trey and I reffed their game, it was the same thing where the Ringers, Brianna was like pitching, and she was like, "Hey, Cal, what do I need to do? What am I doing?" And I'm like, "You're doing great. But like the fact that those teams want to get better is like the whole idea of this. Like, I don't think it's necessarily I felt like the first half of my board tenure was like, how do we get 18, 20, 25-year-olds in the league? Because now all of a sudden we're all 30 and 40 and gross. No, I think all of a sudden you need all of the same people, but just maybe learning the game. If that's what this league is really going to be, it has nothing to do with your age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to just pull a little bit off of that, that's what I meant to say was learning more about the league is never a bad thing. There's never a wrong way to like find out how the rules actually work. Talk to somebody that knows more than you.
Because if you're not someone that wants to ask questions and get better, you're not wrong either. There's no right or wrong.
Create a dialogue between you and people that know what you're talking about. I don't think it's necessarily seeking out being better. It's just being a better part of the league. This is all a team sport, guys. Everyone's out there every week. It's the refs, it's the teams, it's people not running into each other, it's people being courteous and cautious and helpful of the ones that they're playing with. Like it's making everything better. Not any one person better. Everybody better.
And you couldn't have said it any more perfectly. Like my first year in the league, I didn't know what it was completely, and I was very heavy on I wanted my team to be the absolute best, whatever. I didn't even know it was a charity league, like my first year in. And that's like when you guys are saying that about Sacred Swords is like I'm hoping that team knows it's a charity league, because it's like everyone wants to be good, everyone wants to win, but it's like also doing the right thing, not running someone over when you're up 20 because they were in the way. It's stuff like that and stuff that you need to build on. And I think this league, I played a lot of slow pitch softball, and this league has opened me up onto how a league should be. Because slow pitch softball is not a fun time if you talk any crap. It's a lot of egos, and this league is the complete opposite of that. And this place is my safe place, and I love being in this league, and I couldn't ask for anything better, honestly.
Oh, that makes my heart so happy. And I, so as a unique perspective, and Liz Elizabeth Carr, who's a wonderful new addition to our board in the last couple years, her and I travel and play in all these giant leagues where you win the tournament and you get a belt and you get a trophy and you get rings and cash, and it's exciting. And all of those people that create those leagues and make that happen look at Liz and I, and they go, how do you have 36 teams that show up every Sunday in Lawrence? What the fuck is that, Kansas? And you raise money for charity, and you do all these things, and you do all these things. They have no idea. They're not, and those people, that's their job. They get paid to run these leagues, and they're not half as good as what we do here. It
just shows that I really believe that this is a one-in-the-kind league in the whole United States. Like, it's insane how inclusive this league is, how competitive this league is, from top to bottom. They include everyone. The bottom teams now, I think this matchup change, the way they create the schedule since I've been in the league a couple years ago, they've changed it. It's been amazing, and it includes everyone. It makes everyone
we
have a
care
close
about
game, and
everyone
it's awesome.
as a board. I
let
need
me
that
tell
to
you
be heard.
something.
We care about all 36 teams equally.
We spent more time last night factoring out the 20 through 36 matchups than we did on the quote-unquote upper half of the league. I mean, everybody's so included in top to bottom. There may be disparity in the talents or the reasons that people are here, but at the end of the day, what's great is that there are 1,000 people every Sunday that show up, whether it's to drink beer, whether it's to win a cup, or whether it's to dunk a part of themselves in the cup. They're all out playing kickball. Most 90% of everyone having a good time, and 100% of people is what the aim should be, is that are on the field not for winning, but for the charity that we're donating money to at the end of the year.
Yeah, I like I said, 16 years in league. This is the first time we've ever done this marquee matchup situation, and I have to say that this is by far the best lineup, top to bottom, that I have seen ever. I mean, first time, but I mean, just great lineups, top to the most considerate and accurate portrayal of where everybody's at, and to give everybody that's going to watch the games the best time for the last week of this season.
And I know Global isn't sponsoring this podcast. I can Venmo Sean $50 for the last 8 minutes of this podcast if I need to. But to have a guy like Rafael Gonzalez, who's born in Venezuela and got to and owns and runs Global Cafe on Mass Street, and come out to our game on Sunday to play with us, because he genuinely thinks, he was like, I had the most fun I've ever had. But he's like, I played in all these soccer leagues, I do all these things, and he was like, literally like, I got the text from Trey to come play, and I was texting my family in Spain about the win and the Euro Cup and all these things, and it's like, and he was more excited to come out and play kickball with a bunch of dumbass kids and just like have fun, and it's an experience unlike any other that I just think people, when they really step back and can appreciate what's really happening on Sunday nights in the summer in Lawrence, Kansas, if everyone just took a step back, then and stop taking the little things so seriously, or themselves so seriously, or their whatever little things so seriously, like you can find gratitude in a lot of things that are special about
absolutely
this
agree.
And I know it's cheesy, but like 2 weeks ago when we had our game of the week, for me it meant a lot. For everyone, it means a lot.
Anyone, yeah.
But
Nobody needs.
For me
everyone.
personally, being a part of this league, from going and getting to watch fall ball and wait my turn to be able to get on the field and prove that I could be on a team. Fast forward 11 years. The best part of the whole year isn't being 8-1. It was getting to be at Hobbs Park under the lights with all of my kids there. You never know when it's going to be the last time. It could be the first time for someone. It could be the last time. You don't know what happens. And as long as you can come out and enjoy every game, and at the end of the day, you know that you got to spend it with the people you love and your family, man, there's not much fucking else that I'd rather want to do.
And under a
at any
big crowd,
point.
that just brings you back to, when you were a kid almost, any kid game. It doesn't even matter if it was high school ball. You could be playing middle school league baseball in the summer, and there's 50 to 100 people out there to watch you play, and it just brings you back to being a kid, and it just, you forget everything, and that's the best part about this league for me. Like softball, I play a lot of softball, and I'm so competitive about it, and it's like you care so much, and I care about this league. I do, but it's like it's a getaway. It gets you away from your life, and everyone has a good time, and it's so great how big of a community this is. Like, I never thought when I got invited to Kickball, this is what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And
and I'll tell you, when I joined, it
me.
wasn't. And that's not for a better or for a worse. It was a very different league with a very different outlook and very different tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last 11 years have really pushed this into, especially with Ethan's scheduling system, not enough can be said about that gets us these matchups every week, going into marquee matchup and then the playoffs as well. But man, like, what better to be part of something like this that's bigger than any of us sitting here, bigger than any of us that are playing, bigger than any of the thousands of people that have played in the past. And it's just a tradition that continues every year and gets better.
People are starting to leave, and people are, maybe not listening anymore, but I think a big piece for me was staying out maybe past my bedtime on Sunday night and talking to Megan Lady Hammond about her tenure with how she raised money, and I learned that she cold called a bunch of people to let us have a scoreboard. She made that happen almost single-handedly. She took the money raised from like $3,000 to $15,000 in 1 year. Which is incredible. And I think too, it's like I need to know for myself that and my significant other has been telling me for the last couple of years, you don't have to be on the board to make a difference. You can find ways. You can volunteer in other ways, and you don't have to be on the board. And I want everyone to hear, like, you don't have to be a board member to like get a basket together. We're knock on wood, we have no rain out so far this year. We're gonna have some extra weeks where you have extra time to put something together fun for the auction to raise money. And if you've not ever been to the auction and experienced it, it's so special. And the fact that in 4 hours we raised thousands of dollars for our community is something that you should all want to be a part of, just as much as you want to be a part of a big win or a game of the week. Like, we're gonna get a lot done this year, so I'm really just happy that I get to be a part of that at the end of the day. So.
And lastly, I just challenge you all, donate. The Douglas County Special Olympians, they have
write it down. Trent Hall is a future board member. We got him signed up right now. He's taking my spot next year.
From budget cuts and deficits that they're just not able to cover all of the funds and they have to raise them themselves. So that's why I've been really passionate this year about getting as much money as possible. Let's donate the most we've ever done. I've said 25,000. I want to stick with that. I think we can do it. I know we can do it. I think we're going to have some awesome baskets. Get personal stuff, donate items, donate money.
I'm looking around my house, pulling things off the wall. Like, this could make some money. People would want this. People would pay money for this. Let's do it.
Like I said, the Tropics thing gets shut out by Global Cafe by Cal to my right. I'm not $50. I'm still donating $50. So, yeah. And he got 15. And Aaron has 15. He's not going to pick up his the team against Kansas Taco Zone. He's donating 15. So me 50, him 15. It's already $65.
However many Sacred Sword kids know what
10 per head.
10 per head.
We don't know yet.
And
Matched by Aaron.
Aaron's matching.
So what I'm begging you
$20 times their entire roster
is as a witness on Sunday. I will go to Sacred Swords dugout. I will line them all up, and I will record them saying they don't know. That way we can get double however many players
20
times 10.
pop.
So just act like you don't know.
Halfway there.
I will match that. I will.
Kids.
I just want to reiterate what I said earlier. This started as a charity bar league, guys. This started as 12 teams. This started as 12 teams that were all bartenders and servers that had Mondays off. So they thought, hey, wouldn't it be fucking fun to go out and play kickball with your friends? And that's how it started. And now we're here. What you said, thousands of people, Sean. That's great. But let's not forget where this started and why we're doing this in the first place. Originally, sportsmanship, friendship, charity, all capitals with that one, friends.
Spoiler alert! I'm gonna do a Facebook post of what was your team's name in the year 2000, right?
Yeah,
what was
Slow Ride.
I'd love to see
2007.
I'm not sure anybody knows that are newer.
We're gonna
they're gonna have a lot of fun researching. Do your homework. It's summer school.
So a big thank you to our guest panel tonight, Liz Schaefer, Cal McClure, and
Thanks
Aaron
for having
Shithall. Great representatives
so
from
much.
Lawrence Shirt Factory, Global Cafe, and Post House. Cougar, keeping with the theme of marquee matchup week. Once again, thank you to Louises for hosting, and donate
Thank you, Louises.
to the Douglas County Special Olympics. Cougar, until next week, we will see you all for the preview of the playoffs, Cougar After Dark.
Woo!